Alex King at the free throw line here for Army. Black Knights trying to claw themselves back into this. Just seems like they couldn't get settled. The tempo got to them and not able to string together good defensive possessions yet.
Well, this is a hard place to win. Colgate's only lost twice here in the last 2 years, so it's a hard place to win. You have to get off to a good start. Colgate has a lot of weapons offensively, but they've been very good defensively to start this game.
Army just 3 of 10 from the field. Colgate hit its first 4 shots, now shooting 46%. There's the pick and roll. Records and Cummings. There's a foul and a miss. And Cummings to the free throw line. Colgate not only wins at home, it pretty much just wins everywhere as of late.
They sure do, and you see the stats there and what they've done over the last couple years. Matt Langle, not only very good teams, but just built a wonderful program here in Hamilton. And 27-2 overall last 2 seasons at home is just an incredible statistic.
Foul on Josh Caldwell was his first. Want to get back to the NCAA tournament. Lost to Tennessee last year in the first round, Colgate did. 77-70, and Will Raymond told us they thought they had it won. 11 minutes to go, led by 2. Felt really good about themselves, but Rap Ivanauskas injured his eye, didn't play the second half, and then Raymond picked up his 4th foul, and it was a struggle from there, but right there.
Well, it's worth noting, this team has experience, so they're trying to gain momentum going into March. And one thing about the Patriot League, with them winning outright, the championship runs through Colgate, runs through Hamilton here at home if they can continue to win.
A couple of good free throws for Cummings, and the lead back up to 11. Wilson going to work with the right hand. That is his dominant hand. And he has 6 of Army's 8 points.
And that's a mistake by the young freshman Keegan Records, letting him come over his strong left shoulder with that right hand.
Pass to nobody. Jordan Burns upset. Little zigzag cross up. That's only turnover number 3, a quarter of the way into this ball game, but the program is the ball. These guys value possessions, and that's good to see.
Uncharacteristic for Jordan Burns early, but trying to get his teammates involved. This is a team that shoots a ton of threes, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country.
Inside, Caldwell takes it onto himself. First points for the sophomore out of South Carolina. Army's actually dominating the points in the paint. Down in the scoreboard, but +6 right now in the lane. Burns, dump off for Records, rising against Wilson, and scores against one of the Patriot League's best bigs.
Really big, good-looking young freshman Keegan Records gives them a true center, a guy that will play around the basket, very good in post defense. It's going to be a big key to them here in the postseason.
And some early run for Records. He only played 6 minutes in the loss to Bucknell last time out. King, the lanky one with the left. Wilson, the rebound and the putback.
The senior one. The big fella just keeps the basketball high, doesn't bring it down, great hands. And I really believe, talking to Jimmy Allen before the game, one of the most improved guys I've ever seen in the Patriot League.
He's just solid. Rebound by Funk, good throw ahead. Caldwell chasing it down. Cummings got there with a foul, but he makes sure that the bucket's not made. And Caldwell to the line for 2.
And lucky not an intentional foul. Nelly Cummings there looked like he grabbed him by the waist. And you see, that's where Funk is so good. Watch this. Great point guards throw the basketball ahead. It never stays in his hands. Throw ahead there, get your teammate to the foul line.
Caldwell will get another, a 70% shooter. Matt Wilson told us that Tommy Funk finds his teammates like Tom Brady, then caught himself and said, Tommy's not going to like that. He's from Philadelphia.
That's right. He doesn't want to talk about the Patriots at all, but this Army team will play some guys off the bench, a little bit more of a deeper bench than Colgate. Jimmy Allen not afraid to use some of his depth. Colgate doesn't play a lot of guys, 6-7 guys, and Nelly Cummings been battling an injury. He's not quite 100%, so he will not play a lot of minutes here this afternoon.
Well, there are 353 Division I teams. These teams are 342 and 343 in bench minutes. If you start, you play.
That's right.
Inside, Records. He comes off the bench, and he's earning it so far tonight. Just can't finish with the right hand. Lead is down to 6. 2 possessions. Funk to make it 1.
Tremendous use of the ball screen, or should I say lack of use. He refused the ball screen, step back, finish for the reigning Patriot League Player of the Week.
Once an 11-point lead, Colgate is up by just 3 now. Richardson, drive and kick. Cummings offline. Good box out job to keep Ivanauskas from the offensive glass. Chance to tie here for Funk. Ball's loose, out of bounds, and will stay here. 19 seconds on the shot clock.
Let's see if Army goes into Wilson again, get them a touch around the rim. Last time Colgate didn't elect to double, and he's tough to guard if you don't double.
Well, we got an illegal screen instead. That's on Tommy Funk, and that is the second foul. Jimmy Allen with a decision. I would have to assume that with a guy of Tommy Funk's stature, he'll leave him out there.
Have to. On the road here, trying to get, you know, a program record 11th win in the Patriot League. He's staying in the game.
The last time Tommy Funk came off the court was February 12th. He's played 4 consecutive games in their entirety. That included an overtime one. Cummings the drive. That's blocked. Rebound Records. Right place, right time.
Really like Keegan Records. Young development, went to St. Andrews Prep School in Rhode Island, coached by Mike Hart, and improved, and has a nice role on this Colgate team.
Snapped a 6-0 run for Army. King the good drive, and that's deflected out of bounds by Cummings. You see Colgate swarming defensively, much improved defensive team than they were a year ago, and that was an NCAA team.
I think this is a group that, as they start to tighten things up here and head into the postseason, half-court defense going to be really important for them.
And out of bounds, knocked away from Chris Mann, the freshman in off the bench. They get it inside anyway, and this time with the left hand, Matt Wilson, he's got himself 10 first-half points.
Well, I talked about improvement, and that time was a really difficult play for young big guys, and he's not young anymore. He caught it, pivoted, kept the ball high, and then used his left hand. So dynamic and tough to guard around the post.
Well, we said it earlier, he's a righty. He prefers his left hand in the post. Take that. Ivanauskas is double teamed. He does not enjoy that, and he throws it away to Funk. Checks the rear view, goes himself, leaves it short with his left. Rebound, Caldwell. Shot clock back, resetting to 20. Funk, a quick trigger, and a triple. We've got ourselves a tie game in Hamilton. Army is back from being down by 11. This was once an 11-point Colgate Raider lead. Army's hit 4 of its last 5 shots. A furious comeback for Matt Wilson and company.
Well, the big senior, 16 points a game, 8 rebounds, and he shoots 63%. You see the quick catch dunk, but watch this. No double comes, takes his time, comes over his strong left shoulder with his dominant right hand. He just does everything for this team. And as I mentioned, there's no quit in this Army group. They will battle and battle and battle, and they fight, and these 2 seniors are what makes them go.
That is a good trait to have in the Army.
It is ingrained in them. You know, we'll talk throughout the broadcast about, you know, what these guys have done on the court, what they do academically, and then what they're going to do as future leaders of our great country.
Matt Wilson will be stationed at Fort Richardson coming up next year in Alaska. Tommy Funk is going to Fort Hood in Texas. There's a deflection inside. Ball is loose, picked up by the Black Knights. Up ahead to Josh Caldwell. Eyes to the bucket, right through Ivanauskas, and Army has its first lead.
How about Josh Caldwell? Take it right at Big Rap in transition. The last couple minutes, Army's won every loose ball, every hustle play.
Inside amongst the trees, tip back. Ivanauskas is over the back. That's the first foul on the reigning Patriot League Player of the Year. Matt Wilson, Tommy Funk get all the credit, but Josh Caldwell is the ultimate glue guy, and said to Tommy Funk yesterday, who doesn't get enough rub on this team? And he mentioned the other 3 guys that start other than he and Wilson, but he said Caldwell.
Yeah,
Caldwell's the guy.
I agree, and he can do a little bit of everything for this group.
Man misses the 3. Lone freshman that sees regular minutes for Army. It's an Army team that's never in its history made the NCAA tournament. Will be at worst the 4 seed in the Patriot League tournament this year. Man the rebound. Funk eyes ahead. It's Caldwell. Gave it right back. Burns. Rising. Richardson for 3. Second 3 for Tucker Richardson, the sophomore. And Colgate back +1.
Well, credit Jordan Burns. Drive, make the defense drop, and then find your shooters on the perimeter. Tucker Richardson always shot ready.
There's not a single guy for Colgate that can't shoot threes. And we've got another turnover for the Black Knights, an uncharacteristic early 5. They're one of the best teams in the country at not turning the ball over, third best as a matter of fact. It's the way Colgate plays offense. Everyone can shoot threes. They know it. They understand how to space the floor. There's a maturity in a system there. Well,
top 5 in the country, 4th actually in three-pointers attempted. You know, top 10 in basically every three-point category offensively.
Here's Ivanauskas. Kick out, a 3, and a drained one for Will Raymond. That's his first bucket. They don't do it intentionally. It's just how they play.
It's how they play. They spread the court. They really share the basketball. And Will Raymond's a guy that got to get involved offensively here, I think, to hold off this Army attack.
And another turnover for Army. There's your three-point statistics. Literally every other shot, about 46% of the shots that Colgate takes, three-pointers.
And that's what they practice. This is a team that, you know, took an international tour this summer, went to the NCAA tournament last year. They've played a lot of minutes together. They play together. They're willing to share the ball, and they can all shoot it.
Take Italy by storm, shooting threes all day. Back in August. Dump down, that's beautiful. They can also hit twos. Tucker Richardson has 8 points. And just as Army had closed the gap, Jimmy Allen needs a timeout.
Well, it was Jordan Burns really getting this team going offensively. Colgate up in Hamilton.